All right, so here's your froggy. Hopefully you can see that nice and clearly. And what you'll see sometimes is when you make these cuts, you see this clear stuff. It's kind of hard to see, but it doesn't want to peel back. But if you use your probe and you go down here inside, see that white stuff? It looks like Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? We're gonna scrape that, and then it lets go. So now your flap is really far open. Now this is just the skin. I haven't cut into the muscle at all yet. So let me get this flap of skin open real good here. Scrape, 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 scrape. All right, now that skin is really far out of the way. Great. Now we got his muscles. He's got his little six-pack going. He's looking good. Now, there's this portal vein. There's a vein on the back side of this. And if I just cut the flaps like I did these flaps, I'll cut right through it. But the extra credit challenge is, can you get these flaps open without cutting that vein? Well, here's how you have to do that. First of all, we're going to cut on one side of the vein. So we'll cut through the muscle layer now. Little snip there. That lets me get into it. Right? And I'm going to cut next to the dark vein. Up the best I can. Down the best I can. And I'm going to get this flap opened up real good. Okay, there's one side open. Cool. This one's full of lava water. I'm going to dump it out. Okay, so now you can still see that vein is sitting there. I haven't touched that yet. So what I have to do now is take my probe, and there's the vein. Can you see that at all? Get that camera in there. There's the vein right there. Can you see it? So I've got to somehow get this vein off of there by scraping it off real carefully. Now if I break it, I've kind of ruined everything. So I got to goes, slows, and if I do this right, let's see, and start dropping down. Ah, there it is, starting to drop down. Right, I haven't cut it yet, so I'm just going to scrape it off of there, just like I did the other one the other day. Right, I'm scraping it off of there, and can you see how? I know it's just difficult probably to see on your video, but I'm scraping it off of here, right? Let me see. You guys are doing great. The videoing. Here we go. Come on, sucker. It's hard because I'm trying to keep my head out of the way. But there we go. Now it's starting to drop down a little bit better. And now you can see I've got that vein laying down here. Can you see the vein now? Right, laying down there. Here's the vein that I scraped off there before I cut across. See that vein? Right? That's how it needs to look. Now that I've got it sitting down there, I can cut across because it's already laying down. Press, can you move back just a little bit, buddy? Thank you. Now, see the vein is sitting there all in one piece. I got to scrape off a little more here at the top. Now my hands are in the way and everything else. All right, now I can cut across the top because the vein's already laying down. So now I got my flaps open, everything's in there, and look, there is that vein, untouched, right, unbroken, right, laying all the way across. That's your goal to get the extra credit. Now, if you don't get the extra credit, not that big of a deal, but if you can try to cut it that carefully and be patient, scraping it off the underside of the skin before you make your cuts going across, you'll be in good shape. Good luck with your extra credit.